Oh, at this time, we come to our public hearing of evening. We have a zone change application from SEAYCO-THF Cicero Market LLC to transition from regional commercial to general commercial for property located on the east side of Route 11 between what is now the Setview property, which is the old Hanson property, and Lincoln Drive. Those are the approximate locations. We have proof of publication that this was published and posted on the town website. Would anyone like the notice read? Okay. We won't read it then. As you know, this public hearing has been postponed from the last time. So at this point in time, do we have someone who will speak from THF Realty and SEAYCO? Eric?
Good evening, members of the board. Eric Hasselbauer from the firm of Carter, Seacrest and Emery on behalf of the applicant. I know that we did have some discussion last month, some preliminary discussion about this zone change application, so I will just briefly recap and briefly state where we've been since that time. The zone change application, as was mentioned, affects the 3.03 acres of land from the south of the credit union parcel, which is a GC parcel, to the southern signalized entrance to the shopping center drive. It's that 3-acre parcel of land there. As shown on the map that has been provided to the town, it's shown on the map as 3 proposed out parcels along Route 11. Since we last spoke about this last month, I have had conversations with the planning board chairman, other members, other people at the town. We've discussed several of the issues that have been raised regarding this application and this project. I think that those conversations have been helpful. We were able to identify some issues that some citizens have raised, and of course I was able to take those back to my client, which again was a helpful exercise. And my client, the developer, has had conversations as well with members of the town and also with members of the public. And again, I think that this discussion has been helpful over the course of the past month to clear up some of the issues, address some of the issues, and get us to a point where we can come back to the town board now and request the approval of the zone change for this land. I did appear at the planning board's April 7th meeting earlier this month. That meeting was held by the planning board in order for the planning board to make a recommendation to this board as to their recommendation on the rezoning. As I'm sure you're all aware, the planning board did vote unanimously to issue a positive recommendation for the zone change. And at that meeting they found that the requested zone change to general commercial was consistent with the town's comprehensive plan and was consistent with other zoning in the area along Route 11, similar out parcels across the street to the north, across the street and as well as to the north of the land that's in question here. So that's kind of the background where we've been in the last month. Like I said, I think it has been helpful. I think we've been able to discuss a lot of the issues, and certainly I'm here to continue that discussion. I do have a representative from THF that's here with me, and we're happy to participate in any discussion that this board feels is appropriate.
Ron, do you have anything to add here or wanting to add to what Eric has said about this project so far?
I don't know.
Okay?
No, I don't either. The only thing that what Eric has said as far as the use, the zone use, the GC is more suitable for these lot sizes and more the commercial use.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
At this time, I will open the public hearing and invite those who would speak for the project to come forward.
Mary Jo Hoover, Knoll Road. We were told at this meeting that we could also ask some questions regarding this SEAYCO property in general. Put you out of your misery and read my last sentence first. I am in favor of the zone change to general commercial. Actually, it's a paragraph. Please put a sidewalk out there. The traffic is mad and they barely miss pedestrians. When this entire project began, it set a precedent in Cicero by creating a new zoning code, regional commercial, to allow a commercial development of this size, 56 acres, to be shoehorned between two small residential developments. Nowhere else in Cicero is commercial packed in so tightly without decent setbacks and buffering. The change in zoning for the frontage of the property on Route 11 will signal the end of Phase 1 of development. Will the rest of the property remain regional commercial?
What,
Could that be answered?
the rest of the property, you mean, besides the 3 parcels?
Yes.
Jody? Do you want to answer that?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you want me to address
Can you use the
public
microphone,
directly or
please?
to the board, but the answer to that question. The answer to that question, and please correct me, Mr. Green, if I'm wrong, but the general commercial zoning designation is intended to only apply to this strip of land. The remainder will remain as the district boundaries are currently drawn.
Okay, thank you. There's a couple more questions.
You might want to give the microphone.
Obviously, THF Realty owns the property and has the right to develop. I'm curious, would THF sell to another developer or develop it as planned for someone else, like Walmart?
Is that a question? for-
That's a question.
And that might be a question that's better addressed to Mr. Robert Green of THF, who may be able to give a little more detail on their intention to develop the property.
Good evening, my name is Robert Green with THF Realty. I reside at 2 Sunspot Drive, St. Louis, Missouri. With respect to the question regarding what are the intentions of the property, the intention of the property is to develop. However, we have no plans or submittals before the board at this time. Whether or not the project would be developed as a ground lease build suit or a sale transaction really is based upon an individual business deal that has not been structured at this time. At this time, we have no transactions pending, letters of intent, or any other intention to develop the property near term or long term.
Thank you.